First Local. Supported by Maker North. 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today.
Well, it's certainly been an interesting year. And like many of us, maybe you've been drinking more than usual and want to take a break. With Dry Feb, you can.
Why not challenge yourself to go dry in February to help raise funds for the Canadian Cancer Society?
Sign up for Dry Feb, and not only will you be helping people affected by cancer,
you can also reduce your risk of cancer.
Go as dry as you're willing to try this February. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Have you been drinking more than usual?
Why not go dry this February? With Dry Feb, you'll
help people affected by cancer.
And you can also reduce your own risk.
Go as dry as you're willing to try. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.
Good morning, it's Tuesday.
It is.
March the 15th, the Ides of March.
Yes. Halfway through the month already. Oh, great.
Yeah, yes, I'm looking
It's
forward
going
to
to be
the warm
April
weather.
pretty soon. Going to have some really nice weather this week, too.
Yes.
Almost like April weather.
You know, and in good time, too. I mean, March break, I'm not sure,
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
I have to work, so.
Is it early this year, March break? Is that usually?
Nah, it's more or less the middle of the month every
Oh,
year.
okay.
So, yeah, so hopefully, you've got some good things planned for the little people in your home. Later in the show, I'll talk to you about an event that's playing out at the Bush Plain. So that might be something if you're looking for something to do that's creative and does not involve, screens.
Let's dive into the headlines. What's going on today?
Okay, well, you know what? We'll start locally. Of course, St. Vincent's Place, they do host annually the Coldest Night of the Year event, right? And it's, as so many other events have had to kind of alter the way they do things because of the pandemic. This year saw a little bit of a return to normalcy, but obviously still being
We're getting there.
effective. Yeah. Now, what is cool about this is that the organization, they set themselves a goal every year of what they hope to raise. This year, the goal was set at $100,000, and I am thrilled to report that they raised just over $118,000. So,
Wow.
such a worthy organization. They do such great work
That was
in the
this
community.
past Saturday, was it? They held it?
Yes, this past Saturday. So, and we do Nat Cicelli, who's a fine man, the executive director of St. Vincent's Place, the general manager. He said that it's really amazing to see the community rally around us and work as hard as they do to raise funds during the coldest night, the last couple of years especially. He's really found them to be quite fantastic. So this year's fundraising goal is the organization's second best ever, with last year
Awesome.
having set a record at $131,000. So well done, Sault Ste. Marie. Certainly a very needed service provided in the community. So good work, everyone. Well done.
Now, apparently, there's also now, education's been pretty hard for the last 2 years.
Yes?
And now we're looking at a potential strike.
Yes. Yep. This
For
has to
colleges.
do with the colleges, Ontario's 24 public colleges. So a union representing thousands of faculty at Ontario's 24 public colleges has delivered an ultimatum to their employers suggesting that they are prepared to walk off the job this Friday unless there is an agreement to end the labor dispute through arbitration. So, they will have no choice to partake in a full strike as of 12:01 a.m. on the 18th.
There you go. Always something going on.
Always something going on, and it would seem workload issues, and this could be to your point, right, with everything going virtual. I think that, certainly we've talked a lot about the impact on students, whether at the elementary level, but certainly no less affected at the college level. Not everybody is able to kind of absorb what they need to get out of course content through a virtual interface. Now, let's flip it to the other side and talk about the teachers who may not have training in presenting online, right? And I think it does require a certain skill set. So, workload issues, the main sticking point. Talks between the bargaining committee and the CEC, which is the employer, like the employing body, have been ongoing since July, but have failed to lead to a new collective agreement. So, workload issues which have left professors and instructors with minimal time to prepare for classes has been a major sticking point. So I guess that would have to do with the shutdown open. So they're looking for tangible improvements to job security of part-time faculty as well. So we're going to keep our eye on that because obviously, colleges are significant.
We also have President Zelensky from addressing
President of the Ukraine, yes.
The Ukraine, addressing the Canadian House of Commons today.
Yes.
What time is that at? 5, 8, 10?
I thought it was this afternoon. I thought it was like around 2.
Okay, we'll have to check that. We may go live with that. So.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
on a
you have
break
more
I'll
news?
look it up. Yeah, for sure. I do have
I got
some
some
news.
weather coming up.
All right. So last night then, Sault Police were involved in an active investigation in the 600 block of Queen Street West. They had Queen Street between James and West Street closed, as well as the area towards the all locked down. Sault Police Service Communications Manager Lincoln Louda did give a statement. He did say there's currently, and this again took place last night, there was currently a scene active in that area of the city. Officers were on scene investigating reports of someone in the area with a firearm. At that time, community members were urged to avoid the area, and as further details became available, they would, of course, be released. Dan is following up on that story, so as we acquire more information, we will certainly be bringing that to you. Okay, so more about the police. Now, there is a movement among police departments across Ontario towards the direction of becoming more transparent in terms of the citizens that they serve. So the latest Ontario then to join the ranks of open data sharing is what they're calling it, open data sharing with the public. So Niagara Falls, the latest Ontario city to join those ranks. And so an interview then with the Niagara Regional Police Service Constable Phil Gavin, he talked about the project. He said that the police force has a new feature on its website with the goal of making residents aware of demographic information in areas of interest and show residents criminal hotspots, crime hotspots. Our plan, he said, is to do this every couple of weeks in a different community. So he said then that residents will know if there are a high number of property-related crimes in a neighborhood, and he encourages people across the community to report even the smallest of crimes to the police so that they are able to establish trends. The Niagara Regional Police Force is following in the footsteps of other departments across Ontario. So other communities such as Thunder Bay, Halton Region, Kingston, and Ottawa, they all use this City Protect as their open source data page for residents. So Soo Online then, of course, did reach out to our local police service about any impending implementation of such a system to help with transparency here in the Soo. Lincoln Louda, very quick to respond, did get back to us and said, we have and continue to explore having a crime map available via their website, including analysis, technological, and financial needs for implementation. At this time, he did say there is no timeline for a decision regarding city map. So we, again, will continue to follow this and bring you information as it becomes available. All right. So again, with the 21st now, the day for the masks to be dropped, with that looming on the horizon, we're getting some information now about some school boards who have concerns. You know, we're being told that some businesses have the option to require them if should they want to. People always will have choice, okay? So the medical health officers of the province suggested they may use their authority past Section 22 orders to mandate the continuing use of masks past March 21st. So our reporter Dan did reach out to Algoma Public Health to clarify if that would be the case for this health unit or if we would be free to choose come next Monday. So specifically then, the question was, is there a chance that the acting medical officer of health will use a Section 22 to force residents into continuing to wear the masks against the Chief Medical Officer of Health for Ontario's advice? Now, our current medical officer of health, Jennifer Liu, is out of the office on maternity leave, and congratulations to her. So we did get the acting medical officer of health for Algoma Public Health, Dr. Tweenema, and he did provide this response. Omicron is still circulating in our region, and our case rates remain higher than the province. Wearing a mask and getting vaccinated reduces your risk of severe health outcomes related to COVID-19 and the spread of COVID-19 in our community. Although not mandatory, starting March 21st, individuals may choose to continue wearing a mask as an added layer of protection for themselves and others, especially those who are at higher risk of severe COVID-19 infection. Masking is one of many important measures to protect yourself and others, and he encouraged the community to show kindness and to please respect a person's choice to wear or not wear a mask in public. Now, we did put a poll. We put polls on our webpage asking, you know, interesting questions. So we did start a poll last week on our site, and it currently shows that of the 2,100 votes, 52% of individuals will continue to wear a mask after next Monday, 38% will be going mask-free, and 10% are still on the fence. I'm not sure, undecided. So whether you agree or disagree with the decisions of the province or others, the messaging from multiple levels of governments is to respect everyone's decision and do what you feel is right for your specific situation. All right. Now let's talk about some specific weather situations, because I want to know about the nice day that we're supposed to have today.
Well, it's nice that we have some warmer temperatures. I don't think we're going to see a lot of sun. We are starting to cloud over right now, actually, because of a system to our north. I'll tell you more about that coming up. But last night I was out for my walk around 7:30, and it's amazing that it's still light out.
Yes.
At 7:30.
Yes.
But also I noticed that, man, do we ever have a lot of snow on the ground still? And that we do. We have about 2 feet of snow on the ground still, which is basically where we should be at this time of year. But we are actually above average snowfall for the season, thanks to that snowfall on the weekend. We picked up about another 15 centimeters for the entire weekend. That's putting us closer to about 340 centimeters for the year. Normally we're about 320. So let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast, because we could get rid of that snow, or at least some.
Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them, from local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. Well, good morning and welcome back to this Tuesday, teetering on the edge of some more spring-like weather. It is March 15th. Beware the Ides of March. All right. You know what? Over the weekend, the Métis Nation of Ontario did host their first ever virtual event for some post-secondary students, current students, aspiring students, and they were calling it the Post-Secondary Education Student Resiliency Gathering. So, and the overall goal of this fantastic inaugural event would be to equip current and aspiring Métis post-secondary students with the skills, the knowledge and confidence then to respond to a broad range of situations such as those can occur in day-to-day life, ranging from precarious housing, domestic abuse, through to potential legal issues. So I do have a clip from the video here, so we're going to go to that.
The knowledge that COVID has had a pretty bad impact on some of our students and across the board, and that it was critically important for us to remind our students that they come from a very resilient people who have overcome a tremendous amount of adversity in their own history, to afford them the opportunity to tie back to that culture and that heritage and to be equipped. We hosted a number of really topical and practical workshop sessions.
Okay.
So we were pleased to have our tenants' rights advocacy group come and explain to our registrants and participants that they have rights as tenants. We had our own M&O victim services team come and present on what abuse or other domestic violence situations look like. Okay. And finally, we had the Aboriginal Legal Services of Toronto come and tell our participants about what they could do if they found themselves in any legal problems.
So a very worthwhile endeavor, and thrilled to say that they did attract just over 100 participants. Now, Simon Sutherland, the gentleman that was speaking there, is the manager of post-secondary education for the MNO. And again, you know, the idea of proactively equipping, you know, these young people with additional skills that may be required to navigate the world that we live in now, I thought was a fantastic endeavor. And I'm so pleased to report that there were even, I did ask the question, and if you go to our YouTube page or when I posted after the show to the website, you will learn that there were some participants from Sault Ste. Marie who did also register. Some great keynote speakers, so fantastic. All right, so do be sure to check that out now. So something has played out in Leafs Nation, and I think that it's important that we discuss it. We want to talk about Austin Matthews because, hey, he just got penalized. He certainly did, and it's not just the penalty box. What do you have to say about that, Jacob?
Excellent throw. So let's talk about Austin Matthews here. So just to start off, Austin Matthews has a completely clean slate in his NHL career, has never been suspended up until this one. He actually has won the Lady Byng Award twice, which are being the most respectful player in the NHL. But as you can see here, him and Darlene are battling in front of the net, and then Matthews cross-checks him in the neck. So that's the suspendable part, him being cross-checked in the net. The reason why it's only a 2-game suspension is because, however, Darlene clearly starts the whole situation, and he also pushes Matthews into the crossbar. Last but certainly not least of this, if you see the whole thing, Darlene actually lowers his body, he lowers his shoulder, which is why the cross check ends up going towards the neck. So it starts by Matthews being pushed in, they are shoving back and forth, and then you see Darlene, he lowers his body just a little bit, and that's when the cross check happens. The NHL deemed that this was not intent to injure, however, it definitely did cross a line. During the actual game, it was only a 2-minute minor. Most people were expecting a fine because considering Zdeno Chara did the exact same play 2 months ago, and it was a $5,000 fine, which is the maximum fine under the CBA. So that's what we were expecting. However, Matthews will miss the next 2 games, which is tonight and Thursday night. Certainly a player the Leafs are going to miss dearly, as he is currently the leading goal scorer in the NHL.
I think it would have been interesting to know, kind of the dialogue that led to, the meeting of this level of justice. I mean, if another person who did it was only fined $5,000, why take him out? I'm not sure about that, but
To tell you the truth, it's been a common issue with the Leafs this season, actually, that things don't seem to be getting called their way compared to other superstars in the NHL. So it is something that I will be addressing on Friday.
Okay, 7:05 Sports. Be sure to catch it. It will be Jacob's last 7:05 Sports with us. He will move into a different area code. So we'll no longer be 7:05. All right, anyway, we are going to temper those tears till Friday, and we were going to speak to Craig. I'd like to know what's about to happen for the next 3 days so I can maybe make some plans after work, to entertain my children. All right.
Well, Heidi, we are staying with some warm temperatures today. I don't know if we're going to actually hit 5 degrees today because we do have a little bit of cloud to worry about. We have sun right now, but we're going to see the clouds fill in courtesy of this little low pressure system here, which is actually tracking towards the northeast. So it's not going to really affect us as far as precipitation goes. We're kind of sitting pretty between this system and this system, but we will see some cloud, and we will have to wait till maybe Wednesday to see some precipitation come our way in the form of rain, because we are seeing some very warm temperatures this week and into next week. Let's take a look at the satellite. We can show you just where the cloud is right now. Here comes that little bit of a system, and it's going to track this way. We have all this cloud and some precipitation hitting the southern Ontario area today. We won't see any of that. Let's take a look now at our temperatures. We are hoping to hit 5 just because of the clouds building in late this early this afternoon. Could keep our temperatures at bay, so we could be sitting at around 3 degrees instead. But let's hope for 5. 0 degrees in Wawa, 0 in Timmins, 3 degrees in Sudbury, and Wawa should be seeing a little bit of snow from that system later on today. This is what we look like as far as radar. Really nothing to show you in our neck of the woods. We're looking pretty good. Just going to see some increasing clouds during the day, giving us some hazy skies. Also, watch out for some fog forming this evening and into our morning tomorrow, which is a good sign because that means there is snow melting. Let's take a look at the 3-day forecast for today. We're going to start with sun. We're going to see those clouds roll in, hoping for 5, let's say 3 degrees. Look at that temperature tomorrow though, 10 degrees we're hoping for. We're going to see mainly cloudy conditions for most of the day, showers rolling in late afternoon into the evening. At this point, it doesn't look like a lot of rain with this system, so we just could see some scattered showers, but nonetheless, it's going to help reduce the snowpack. 6 degrees on Thursday. We cool off just a little bit, mainly cloudy conditions, and as I said, we continue to see these plus temperatures right into next week. We'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Heidi?
Well, thank you, Craig. I'm glad that the precipitation is going to pass us by, because I think if I saw one more snowflake, I'd snap. That'd be it. It'd be the snap heard around the city, because I'm kind of done with all of this. But anyway, it's going to be nice for the next series of days. Let's just run with that. It's a nice time for us to hop over into the world of the sponsors. Want you to pay attention to Jeep the Mac, because that event is coming at us fast and furious. If you are a Jeep enthusiast, you want to be sure that you check this out. Go to their website, check out the details. There's still time to register, or just to go and participate in all of the great lineup of events that they've included this year. When we come back, we will talk about the event that's happening at the Bush Plain that you may want to take your kids to. Give them something creative to do with their time on the March break. Of course, we'll have factoids and social media, so if you have something to say, pop it in there. I'm ready. Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local. Thank you for watching as always. We appreciate our viewing audience. March the 15th. So yeah, I mean, there is something that's happening down at the Bush Plain. Seemed kind of cool to me, cool enough for me to include it in the lineup today. So here we go. So if you're looking for things to do with your kids, the Bush Plain may have a couple of hours to offer that will give your kids something creative and fun to do. So, all that is required is an imagination and a love of building things. So Edie Suriano then is the Marketing and Promotions Manager at the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre. She did give us some more information. She said one of the fun things that we're doing through the month of March is a construction brick plane building competition for kids of all ages. Kind of cool. So this can be, the plane that is constructed then can be based on an actual plane, can be an imaginary plane. They can then bring their creation to the Bush Plain or send a photo for us to display. So according to the website, the contest does include all ages with 6 separate age categories. It also explains how the winners will be selected along with a few rules. So there it is again, build your favorite plane out of construction bricks and join this fun contest organized by the volunteers of the Bush Plain Kids Club. So the contest, once again, open to all ages, and a prize will be awarded to one lucky contestant from each category. It'll be a random selection at April 3rd's Kids Club. So they are looking forward to seeing everybody's creativity at work. And if you are interested in participating, we have included a hyperlink in the article at our website, SiouxOnline.com. You can click where it says click here. We'll take you right to the page. Going to build a plane, Craig?
Sounds like fun. I just might do that.
So, yeah. I always liked Lego.
I'm going to build my plane and I'm going to go somewhere hot.
You know, it reminds me, we haven't heard from Costa Rica in a while. Where are you, Mike
What's going
Adams?
on down there?
What up, dude? Where you be? All right, okay. So factoids. March 15th, 1972, DJ Robert W. Morgan played the Donny Osmond version of Puppy Love for 90 minutes on the radio station KHJ in Los Angeles. No, it gets better. LAPD mistakenly raided the station studios after receiving numerous calls from listeners confused. The officers left without making any arrests. 90 minutes of Donny Osmond.
Awesome.
I'm not saying he's not worth listening to for 90 minutes, but
over and over
I was just going to say, I think Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat was 90-ish minutes, so yeah, okay. And then follow up to that, March 15th, this day in 1955, Elvis Presley signed a management contract with the Colonel, Tom Parker.
That's where it all started.
Okay. Now, up to this point, Parker had previously managed the Great Parker Pony Circus, with one of the acts being a troupe of dancing chickens.
Yeah. Were they dancing to his music, Elvis music?
Maybe. I don't know. Who's to say when a chicken dances? I think it's the funky chicken, right? Okay. Social media
time.
Jim Whitty beating everybody to the punch.
Oh, that Jim.
Yes. Good obtuse day morning. Is that an actual day, or are you just saying that now? Anyway, Jim is really fast. He'll get in there. He'll respond. Good morning to you, Jim. Margaret McKay, good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. Nice to hear from you. Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. Oh, there it is. The sun, the Traxalan is coming up, Yes. All right, have a great day. You too, Tony. Thank you for my daily opportunity to bring the sun up between the tracts of land.
What?
Move your pack. You're buzzing.
Sorry.
Mona Migwans. Maybe a new viewer. I might have seen your name before. Regardless, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, and good morning to you. Terry Matthews, good morning, Heidi and Craig. Good morning to you, Terry. Debbie Doucette, have a fabulous day, everyone. I think I'm going to have a fabulous day,
Debbie.
actually. I've made that choice. You as well, Debbie. You have a great day. Matt Spina says, cheers. Cheers to you, Matt Spina. Okay. Awesome. Cheers. Yes, cheers.
I'm the only one with coffee. So.
Well,
you do?
I paced myself today, yes.
Cheers.
All right, cheers. Joseph Bertrand, busy down at Maker North, no doubt, with his 3D printers flying furiously. He says, good day, everyone. Good day to you, sir. Joanne Burmaster says, morning. Morning to you. Enika, good morning, all. Have a great Tuesday. The weather is terrific. 18 degrees.
Wow. Nice.
That is nice. Wow.
They're going to hit those temperatures in southern Ontario this week, too.
Whew. Whew.
Spring is here.
Kathy Boren says, good morning. Coffee in, peace out. Coffee in, peace out. And smile. Yes, my mantra every day. Nicole Rahman Winchester, a wonderful day to all. Well, I wish you the same. What a lovely greeting. Nice to hear from you. Bradley Evoy says, good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday.
Oh, we forgot the tacos.
Bruce Kudoba, it's on the way in. You drive right past it. Bring us a taco. All right, Kimberly Seabrook. Yay, Kim. Woot, woot. Good morning, all. She tagged me in another show that's coming to the Sioux, so we have some shows to see, she and I. Fantastic. She's also going to be at the event on Thursday, the Supper Club, in support of Grocer for Good. Nicole Rahman Winchester pops up to say, is the audio gone? Jim said it did. Did the audio pop out?
I don't know. Maybe it's my mic. Is it the
might have
buzzing?
been his mic, maybe? I don't know. Okay.
Oh.
Judy O'Neill, good morning, Heidi and Craig. I look forward on listening to you every morning. Thank you both for keeping us updated and making the news more interesting. Have an awesome Tuesday. Judy, thank you. Can I just get you on speed dial for those moments in my day when I just need that little bit of a book? Thank you very much for your kind words. Have a great day. Ann Wood says, morning, everyone.
Morning.
No snow yesterday here in Thessalon.
Good.
Good. And they're right on the lake in Thessalon, right?
They
so
are,
the lake effect must be terrific
Only
there.
if it's coming from the south, if the winds are coming from the south. Or the south.
I don't
east.
I don't really do the north-south thing, so sure. Okay, there's that word again. All right, Steph Swanson says, good morning. Also thankful for the sunshine. Time to start tapping trees. Let the sap run. Ah, yes. Yes, maple
Should be
syrup
busy
time.
this week and next week for that.
I would say so, yeah. Steve Childs, GMA, HAGD, again with the son and the Traxalan and rocking the horns. Good morning, all. Have a great day. You as well, Steve. I always look forward to your brain teasers. So fantastic. Rob Robinson, masquerading as Michael. Morning, Heidi. I made it. You joined late, did you? Well, you missed all the news, so you're going to have to catch the playback. All right. Good morning to you, Rob. Thanks for watching. Kathy Boren says, right? Absolutely right. Always right. Yes. The answer is yes. So now we got to hop over to the 7 days. See, I didn't forget this time. Right? Right.
And again, we're looking at some plus temperatures. We're hoping to hit 10 degrees tomorrow.
Wow.
So that'd be nice.
Woo!
We're also going to start seeing some fog in the morning and during the overnight, which is typical for this time of year. And it's also a good sign. I mean, it could be a little tricky visibility-wise, but if you see fog in March, that means the snow is melting. So
it was misty. It was weird yesterday. We saw that. We commented. Yeah.
So and the temperatures are staying above freezing. So we are going to see some meltage going on this week and into next week. Just in time for spring.
Just in time for spring. Are there any more magical words than that? Today is the 15th. We are counting down 6 days until the solstice. So
here we go.
Whoop.
No looking back now.
No looking back now. We made it. So, all right. Yes, Mike. Okay. Well, we're over time. So that's all the time I'm given to speak to you today. But I don't know. Maybe we have to look into the development of Heidi Unchained, and then I can just speak. But anyway, oh no. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, general reminder, we are the Sioux's only local news show, so do be sure to share the word. Tag some people in the comments, let them know that we deliver the news in a different way and we have a good time doing it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and we will talk to you tomorrow. .3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.